And one of the things that was like, one of the things that I could relate to was like traffic, dude. When I'm in traffic, there's literally two things that I hate most in this world, and they're called traffic. They're both called traffic.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, you're going to hate something, hate traffic.
Yeah, and I get so angry because I try to avoid it, and even all of my attempts just come up short.
You know, I'm glad that you got to go do the whole Tony Robbins, throughout my career. And you're doing it on your own, so that's commendable, right? Throughout my career, I've worked at a lot of different corporations, and I was lucky enough, whether I was in middle management, upper management, executive leadership, I always got to go to
Some sort of motivation.
some type of motivational thing, breakouts, conferences, etc. Sometimes every quarter, sometimes once or twice a year. And I've been doing this a long time, so when you think I went to something once or twice a year or 4 times a year, I've been to a lot of motivational things, and I got to see Tony Robbins many, many years ago. And so I appreciate everything that you got to take back from there. And it's absolutely right that looking at the goal that's out there and not, what happened today is what's going to keep you going. It's what's going to keep you riding through this winter and getting through 2024 in the mortgage industry or in the housing industry. And you're going to be able to get there, but you got to stay focused on that goal. It's really, really important to make sure you're doing that.
It's really hard to, man. And what I was saying about the traffic thing was, it's like if I'm somebody traffic and I just get upset, if I take a second to take a step back and I'm like, all right, I'm in traffic, but I'm grateful that I get to listen to this audiobook for extra time.
Sure.
Right? I'm grateful I get to experience that. That shift in thinking, now that anytime I get upset and I find the gratitude in it, it instantly goes away. My upset, I'm like, wow, like, thank you. Like, I'm just grateful for that. So yes, figuring out that goal, staying clear on the goal, because let me tell you something, right now is the time. Right now is the absolute best time that you need to be doing all the little shit you did not want to do. The stuff that you didn't want to do that is going to make you successful in the long run. Right now, get your social media up, right? Start posting. You didn't like posting, guess what, bucko? You need to post.
Yeah.
Like your email lists. You never have time to do email lists, didn't have time to do newsletters. Guess what? Go to our last video, get a transcription of our video, write out the newsletter, start blasting them, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to visit offices. I'm not a big person on visiting offices, but bro, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. Listen, not everybody's strategy works for everybody, but there are strategies that work, and you just got to figure out what those are. You got to execute them. Execute those strategies. That's the biggest thing, is actually executing.
Execution. Massive. He says that. Mr. T says that.
Yeah.
He's
you
like,
can plan it all day long and write it on paper and put it on your wall and do whatever you want with it. But if you're not actually going to do it, then it's all for naught.
his 3 things, Tony Robbins' 3 things are clarity, vision, figuring out what you want, right? Without a goal, without a place to land, pilots don't just fly. You don't just drive to drive, right?
Sure.
But without a place to land. 2 is creating a strategy, creating an effective strategy. Hey, how am I going to achieve what I want? And number 3 is massive action. You got to go and take massive action on what you want right away. And those are the 3 best things that to do there. But nah, man. So that was really, really good. And guys, listen, if you're sitting here and you're saying, oh, that motivational crap, that uplifting crap, that doesn't work, go to one. Anyone. Sometimes we all need motivation. Sometimes we all need inspiration, man. Even if you think it's fake.
Take your inspiration from wherever it comes, And don't let anybody tell you that whatever you're using for motivation is worse than something else, because it's for you.
Yeah, your mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's not sometimes, So when you have dreams, sometimes you wake up and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like your mind thought it was real. So imagine if you're able to trick your mind into thinking that the motivation is real. It'll happen.